we doing, guys? So I've been working on this trailer, trying to get it ready for the horse trailer body to go back on. I had new tires put on. I'll show you here. So as you can see, I ordered some new tires, got them mounted on the rims, got the rims painted, got the trailer somewhat painted. I'm not completely finished. I got to finish on the inside of this, but I painted the hubs a copper collar. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a copper collar on the bottom of the horse trailer. So it's going to be that polished aluminum at the top, copper at the bottom. I think it'll look pretty good. It'll kind of look like a bullet, you know? So that's what I'm working on now. And then I will get some marine plywood and I'll put a new deck on here after I get the body on here. Obviously, I'm gonna do that first and then I'll put the floor in. So anyway, it's looking pretty good. That's what I'm working on today. So anyway, take a shot. Okay, so I got the trailer kind of put together. The wheels and everything are on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the fork truck over there. I'm gonna try to sit this thing up on here. Wish me luck. Looks like it worked.
Want to do any commentary?
Yeah, I can. It's somebody's mowing though. Every time we try to do something, the neighbor, the jerk, is always mowing. Yeah, I think this copper look will look pretty good. I'll have to put 2 coats on here. This is a hammer paint, is what they call it. But it's oil based. It's pretty thick.
It's gonna look so good with that shiny top.
Yeah, I think so too. Talking about putting like a diamond plate piece from here down to cover all this up.
I think that would look really nice.
Yeah, all the damage that's on it.
Yeah, like you said, if your asshole neighbor, oh wait, that's my husband. If your asshole neighbor wasn't mowing, you could hear better.
Well, as much as I scare them and aggravate them, part of it. It's covering pretty good.
It actually is covering really good. I really like the look of it.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think it's copper.
Yeah.
Throw this on there, get something on it, and paint it again. Try to get another paint. You can see the white bleed.
Yeah. Walk over here and get this side that's already got a coat on it. It looks really good. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Morning, guys. All right, so I drove back here in the junkyard. I'm over here in Modoc again, and I found this here. I think it's a 57 Plymouth Fury. I'm pretty sure. It's got the big fins on the back. Tail lights are gone. What I'm gonna do is I wanna use these quarter panels for that vintage horse trailer I'm working on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them off and then I'm gonna place them on the back of that horse trailer. And then I've got some 59 Cadillac tail lights that I'm gonna mount in the back of this. I ordered those, they came in. So anyway, I'm gonna work on this, get this cut up, and we'll do a time lapse. like I got them cut off. This one here is not as good a shape as the other side. It's rotted out right here at the bottom, but I think it'll be okay for what I'm doing. So, anywho, I'll get these loaded up and get them home, try to get them on the trailer and see what she looks like. All right, just got home from the junkyard. I gotta get this body bolted onto the frame. I did get the quarter panels. So I'll show you here in just a bit what I'm doing with that. I'm pretty sure it'll work. I don't know. What could go wrong, right? So I jacked this up. I put a C-clamp on here. Now I'm gonna drill through the frame, put washers and bolts, and I'm gonna continue to do that all the way down. And then I'm gonna come over here and jack this side up and do the same thing, because as you can see, the tire's rubbing here. So it needs to go back to the frame. So then when I clamp this side, pulled it in, as you can see, we got a good gap. So that should be fine. And it's weird on this axle, on this boat trailer, because they're not in line.
Over the line! Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Which really doesn't bother me any. It's just kind of odd. I don't know why it's like that. But I got to cut this side off next. I'm going to zip this. This is all aluminum, by the way. Zip this all off. I got this side off. It was just about falling off. So what I did is I just finished cutting it and got it out of there. So that's what I'm working on today. And then I got a whole bunch of stuff. I've got the porthole window here that I'm gonna probably be installing today in the front. It's gonna be pretty cool. And then on the quarter panels on the back of this thing, see what you think about this. So I bought these tail lights. They're off of a 59 Cadillac. So what the game plan is when I do get the quarter panels on, these will go something like this. And then the other one will probably be like in this area. So there'll be two of them per side. I can't go all the way up where the light used to be, or I'm not sure if that was a light or if that was the bolt to hold it on or what. But anyway, I'm gonna put one here and then probably one about as far up as I can go in between these two. So then it'll have dual tail lights. I think it's gonna look cool. I really think it's gonna work. And then here's the fenders that was on this thing when I got it. And what they are, they look like a Chevy car fender. So what the plan is I'm gonna cut it off here and then I'm gonna mount that on, well, let me rephrase this here. Okay, so I'm gonna mount this side over that wheel and then it'll come up and it'll stop about right there. Then I'm gonna take the quarter panel and mount it from there all the way back and have that fin kind of stick out back behind the horse trailer. So it'll stick out a little bit and then it'll have those tail lights. So that's the game plan. If you can kind of visualize what I'm seeing in my head, then you'll have a pretty good idea what I'm doing. Still got to finish buffing this side. The other side's pretty much buffed. I got one coat of paint on. I'm gonna put another coat on. Then I got to put the floor in. It's coming along. It's just gonna take a little bit. Once I get it all bolted together, it'll be a lot better. So here we go. Once it's all painted and everything, it's gonna look nice. We'll end up putting some stainless trim on this back quarter and probably put a piece of stainless all the way down right above the top of the wheel well. That way, you know, it's not just all paint. There'll be some stainless on there to break it up. We might end up putting a stripe or something on this thing. I'm not sure yet, but there's that one. I've got it stitch welded on. You know, we've got a lot of body work to do and stuff. It's just sitting there. It's not even attached. I mean, you can just push it back, see? So I'll have to make sure it lines up down through there. So once I bolt this front piece on, then I can pull this back so it's straight. Right now it's just sitting there flopping in the wind. So anyway, it's getting there. Take a shot. Okay, I'm back at it again. I started working on these fenders. On this side, I've got this piece here bolted on. So now I got the quarter panel. This quarter panel is a little bit rougher than the other side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stitch weld it right there, all the way down, and then I'm gonna cut my radius for the fender wells. So if you come over here, you'll see on this one. Yeah, pretty much what I'm doing on the other side. So, yeah. So I'll get the other side welded up, make it match this side. So it's coming along. She's shiny. Do this, do some body work on here, get it painted. It'll look pretty good. Well, we're out here in the garage. It's raining. We finally got rain, thank God. It's been dry for like a year and a half, I think. So Julie's working on her Mercedes. Look at that, huh? So she's changing the starter.
I'm not great at it.
Ah, you're doing fine. Pulling the starter out. The starter went bad. You know how hard it is to get these wires. Let me see if I can hold it. Is it coming off or not?
I think so, yeah. I can see some fresh thread underneath it.
It's just rusted. It's been on there for a while.
Would you ever put like PB Blast or anything on this, or it just makes it worse?
You can. We can spray it if you want.
Well, I think it should be alright.
You may get some WD-40 or something? But yeah, she's changing the starter on this. It went bad. It's been acting a little funny lately. We've been having a little bit of issues with it starting. It starts sometimes it don't. So Julie is wrenching.
Yeah, and we hope it's this and not an electrical problem in the ignition.
Yeah, we've had a lot of problems with chipmunks over here, and them stupid chipmunks, they eat everything.
Yeah, they are a pain.
So hopefully she can...
And this had some trouble before. We bought it, full disclosure, to know what was going on.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get the starter. I lowered it down a little bit for her. I had it up too high. She couldn't hardly reach it. So, trying to fix her little Mercedes, get her back on the road. I'm always building crap, and she said, well, I think I can do it. So she came out here and zipped off the 2 bolts, which these bolts are goofy. They got them star or whatever they are. So, got them out. They came out pretty good, thanks to the DeWalt Impact.
Yeah.
And we're not sponsored by DeWalt, but hey, they can send us. Yeah. Look at the extension. This is what we had. I don't have a great big long extension. I need to get one. So we just took a bunch of them and made it work. All right, well, I'm gonna put the phone down so I can help her here. Headlights work? Huh?
Nope. Yep. Well, flashers. Now there you have headlights. Got a horn? That's a turn signal. Yep, turn signal. Let me check in the back. Okay, right turn signal. Yep, left. Yep. Works.
He said, oh God. What do you think? Get ready for the retirement village. New golf cart material. Or not golf cart, bumper car. Is the headlight still on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those are parking lights. And then you got headlights, turn signals.
Got a lot of switches, John.
Thanks for a hot lap, John. Come on, do it. That's forward, that's reverse. Oh, wait, what's that? It's a good one. Lord Jesus, help me. Help me, Uncle Winfrey. Do a Willie. Kick it, Granny. Kick it, Granny. Woo, look at her go. She's high stepping. Yeah, I think so. Oh my gosh, how fast do you want it? That's quick enough. Oh yeah.
John, sure. Yeah, that's a lot.
Now what I'll do is I'll cut that metal and drop that cradle out of there, and then we'll lift it up, roll the other one underneath there, and sit it down on it.
Do it.
Those sparks won't fly towards you.
Yeah, you were.
Maybe I can take a gander under here.
Yeah.
Take a gander.
Just be careful. Want a jack for the front of that?
I don't like doing stuff the safe way. If you do that, then you can't go to the hospital in an ambulance, and they're really cool.
You gotta face your fears. You face your fears.
You've got to face your fears.
That's it.
I think I can cut it right here. I mean, what could go wrong? What could go wrong at this point?
See you at the party, Richter.
Woo! Look at that. Okay. There's one chassis out. Out with the old, in with the new. Did you think it was doing that?
No.
Alright, let me raise
Okay. How are you gonna?
that.
Man. I think it needs to come this way, I think.
I'm really hoping this bar works. Get too old for this shit. Okay, so what I did is we disassembled this whole thing. Here's the steering. So let's put this out of the way for a second. I can explain this to you. So what I did is I put some cross brackets here and here, and then I put some angle iron and welded it to the chassis of the scooter. So as you can see, it works now. The problem I was having on this steering is this steering wheel is like, it goes like this. So as you can see, the shaft is right here. So it's going to come right through the top of this thing if we would go to mount it like that, and it's not going to work. So what we're thinking about doing is putting a steering wheel in this, a regular steering wheel with a hind joint right here coming down to where it'll hold that shaft, and it will go right here, and then put a joint right here, a knuckle, to come up with the steering wheel. And right here, a little long. Kind of give you an idea, the steering wheel will be approximately like that. The steering wheel will be up here, there'll be a joint down there, and there'll be a tap. And when you turn it, it'll, obviously turn the wheels.
Cool.
So that's kind of the plan there. The next dilemma I ran into is the seat. So this seat is the original seat, but as you can see, there's not enough room for this seat to go. See how much? So what I'm thinking about doing, it's all messed up anyway, really, so it's not that much of an issue. So what I'm thinking about doing is building the bottom of the seat out of metal right in here just to clear these tires. I'm gonna have to probably put a spacer on here to bring it up. Put the flat bottom of the seat, and then probably what I'll do is rip this fiberglass approximately right in here, cut the whole thing around. Then I'll have the back and the sides that I can have upholstered, and then I'll have a cushion upholstered for just the seat part. It'll just sit in here, and I can probably put some bolts or something in the bottom side. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, because I don't know how else you can do it. This thing is not going to sit down as low as what it would normally. But even at that, that's still pretty good.
That's a pretty neat, but still.
Yeah, but obviously you want this to be down where it needs to be. So I'm gonna have to cut the bottom out, but when I do that, I'm trying to save this contour, because obviously we're gonna get this all reupholstered. It'll have all new cushion and everything. It'll look nice when it's done.
And
So,
John talked about you guys were gonna put the panel,
yeah, so there's just a lot going on here, and I know you guys are out there saying, My God, how many projects does this guy work on?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I work on a lot, so this is what I do, and I know it's just I'm kind of going 100 mile an hour in different directions.
He
I've
is.
been working on that, which is pretty awesome.
Looking
Fender
pretty
is-
great.
It's pretty cool. I've been working on that. I need to work on this too because these go in that. That's what that's for. We're gonna put a ramp on the back of this, and this thing is going to haul 2 bumper cars. We got this one and the green one over there. So the green one will come up next. We'll be building it just like this one. But now we have a good game plan, and this one here is better. There's the chassis that I had in the bumper car before, and it works, but it's not very fast, and it doesn't go through grass, and it's just really slow.
Yeah.
So I like it, it works good, it's just not exactly what I want. So we found this 4-wheeler, it's a 4-wheel scooter. So when we bought this, what is it, a Celebrity,
Yeah.
I think it's called? Here's all the parts for it. So I've been ripping it apart. You know, I hate to do that, but you have to do that if you're gonna make it work. So anyway. The batteries over there, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to mount those batteries back in here. I'm going to try to build a place back in here behind the seat where the batteries will go. Then that way they're out of the way. If that won't work, then I'll have to put the batteries up front. But I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
There's a lot of room.
There's a
up
lot
there.
of room, and I've got room to do this. Now, the good thing about this thing, so I've got to disassemble all this. So it's got an ignition. This is for the tilt wheel, which we won't need if we're taking this out. It's got the power on. It shows the battery live, turn signals. It's got headlights, tail lights, throttle forward, throttle reverse. This is going to be one thing that we'll have to mess with in here. What I really like to do is put a pedal in here. So you push the pedal down to go, and then over there have another pedal that you push over there to go backwards. I don't know if that's gonna work, or we might end up mounting this like up here on the side where you just push it with your finger to go forward and back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure there.
What about paddles on a steering wheel? If you had a steering wheel, but you have the paddles on it, you know?
Yeah, you could possibly do that. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, we'll find out as we go. We're just kind of going and doing it as we go. We really don't know what we're doing. This thing does have headlights, running lights, and turn signals and everything, which is good because the bumper car has tail lights and it has headlights. So we're gonna wire in all this into the headlights and the tail lights of the bumper car.
I'm sure there won't be any cussing and fussing and throwing stuff at that point.
Oh no, I
It'll
would
just
never.
be nothing but
I would
peacefulness
never.
out
This
here.
is awesome.
Working
Yeah.
in harmony.
Yeah, it'll get there. It just takes time. It's like anything.
Yep.
As you do it, you just, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. People
Yep.
say, well, man, how do you do that? That's pretty cool. And where'd you learn how to do it? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just throwing a bunch of shit together and making it work. So, anyway, that's what we're doing. Take a shot. All right, working on the steering. What I'm doing is, I've got this Heim joint, and I had to grind this down so that this would slide onto that shaft. As you can see, it stops right there where I quit grinding. So I got that set. This will go underneath the dash. It'll bolt on and it'll hold the steering up. So the knuckle that I'm using, yep, it's a swivel head for a extension for a 1/2-inch drive. So what I'm gonna do is use this for the steering knuckle. Should work fine. It ain't like we're driving on the highway or nothing. Anyway, that's what I'm working on today. Pop stopped by. He's out here with me. So I'm gonna keep plugging away at this. I'm gonna try to get this set, and I'll show you what's coming up next.
Now you gotta put that wheel on and see if it'll turn, huh?
Well, yeah. I can't put it on until I get that thing.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to put this on here, this Heim joint. And this is going to have to be bolted underneath here,
Okay,
like that.
yeah,
So the steering wheel goes on after that.
yeah. Is that gonna stick down too much on that dash, that steering wheel,
Sit down where?
on that dash? You're gonna have room to
I don't know.
put it?
I should have. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, okay.
What I'll end up doing is I'll slide a washer over this
Yeah,
down to here where I want the stopping
Yeah.
point, and then I'll weld it, put the steering wheel on,
right.
and then I'm gonna have to do something to tighten that wheel down to this. I might end up having to cut more of this off and then drill it and tap it and put a bolt in there with a big washer
Yeah,
to pull that down.
inside of here. That'd work.
Is at the bolt bin wall. It's pretty impressive. All the bolts the guys are getting together. When he's hyper focused, it's hard for him to record, so that's why I'm out here annoying the crap out of him. Trying to catch a little footage in between the progress.
This one's too long. And the old other bolt is too short.
Working now? Holy heck. It worked. That's awesome.
This bolt is too
Oh,
small.
too wobbly. Yeah. But it works. We thought we'd put her front and center because everybody enjoys her more anyway.
Yeah.
But we hope you enjoyed the video of the horse trailer and everything that we've done to it. It's been a super cool project.
Yeah, it has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's something we just couldn't believe it when we found it, how unique it looked. We're super excited about taking it out because we haven't even gotten it out yet. So
Yeah. And everybody that sees it, they're just amazed because nobody's ever seen a horse trailer look like that. So, and we've kind of done our final touches to it. You'll see on the next video, you'll be seeing what we're doing with the fenders and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting what we came up with. I think everybody out there will enjoy it. Anyway, thanks again for watching.
yep, you guys
See you.
take care.
See you next time. She ain't scared. It does really well. I know it's got some power. It actually turns pretty sharp. She's gonna flip it.
Yeah.
Lean. You gotta lean. It doesn't do bad.
It's good to know that when I'm like 70,
Hey, we've got it. We're all gonna fit right in at the nursing home. Look how much fun we'll have at the nursing home.
We're ready for a Pigeon Forge rod run.
Coming in hot.
can you come up to that?
Oh yeah.
To the grass?
That's really well, actually. Surprising.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Is that the next
Yeah.
bumper car?
Bumper car. I don't think he sees me.